Hello everyone, my name is Susana and this video is to show you how to perform tumor extraction. So far you should be able to get to this point, that means to perform your own first dosimetry. If you can't, please go and check the previous videos. So here we have an absorbed dose corresponding to the liver and the tumors inside of it. How can we edit this already existing segmentation? You can go direct from the OpenDOS 3D interface and open the segmentation section and click the first button, which is called volume of interest segmentation. It will show you the segment editor from 3D Slicer. Once you are here, please check that you are on the right time. We are, because before we perform our registration based on the first time point. But if we were not, just by clicking the arrow, you can select the time that you want to edit. Let's keep it as it is. Now let's show here the 3D volumes and hide this table so we have a better view. I usually do it by selecting for app. Perfect. If you don't see immediately your volumes, click here to center the view. Now we are ready to create our first tumor. You can see this liver has several tumors. We are going to start with the biggest, and I'm going to hide the liver so I have full access to them. Perfect. To create your segment, you just click Add and double click on the name to rename it. Tumor 1. I'm going to change the color to have more contrast. Let's select dark blue, for example. Perfect. And the first tool we are going to use is the threshold. So here you have an intensity threshold that just by scrolling you can change. You can also manually introduce the values if, for example, you want to perform your calculations and apply the 40% of the maximum intensity rule. You can just perform your calculations and introduce here the values. Right now we are just going to scroll and select a threshold by our choice. Okay. Now that we have the threshold, we could do two different things. Apply directly or use it for masking. If we apply directly, several tumors will be part of this volume of interest because, as you can see, other tumors are in the same intensity range. Then we could perform island separation, but this is another method. Right now, we are going to select tumor by tumor, just clicking Use for masking. Once you are here, you can start painting. Be sure you have editable intensity range click. That means we are going to apply the threshold that we select. We can also change it directly here, and that you allow overlap because we know it is overlapping with the liver. If we unclick a sphere brush and we proceed painting, see how we are safe of painting outside. We are going to paint just one slice because I unselect sphere brush. Then I would need to repeat the same with the next slice. Or I can click it and then I will be painting several slices at the same time. Here I can see, for example, that my threshold perfect was letting a part of the tumor outside. Let's check the tumor in both directions. So far, so good. Let's finish it. Perfect. You could also have play with this sphere, with the diameter of it. So just by doing one click, you would paint the whole tumor, etc. And now let's repeat the procedure for other tumor. So the other tumor that was segmented during the dosimetric challenge was this one. So let's first create the segment corresponding to it. Let's rename it tumor 2. Again, let's change the color by double clicking the color, and we're gonna go for pink. We could, if we want, change the intensity range, but I'm gonna let it as it is, and I'm gonna use a smaller diameter because in this part you have some tumors that are really close, this one and the other one. So if I use a really big sphere, I could paint 2 tumors at the same time. We don't want that. Okay, I just repeat what I already did for the first tumor. As you can see here in the 3D view, I have my 2 tumors, the big one and the small one. And now let's show again the liver. As you can see, the tumors are part of the liver. So now what we are gonna do is to create a healthy liver. So we add the new segment, we rename it healthy liver. But this time we're gonna take advantage of logical operators. You can go there by clicking these 2 squares. And in logical operators, you can subtract, add, intercept different organs. So we are to the healthy liver, adding the liver. But before I apply, be sure you unclick the intensity range because this time we are not using anymore the threshold that we want for the tumors, and that you are allowing overlap. And now apply. As you can see, the liver has a color pretty similar to the healthy liver, so I'm gonna change the color again. Let's select this red. Okay, perfect. So as you can see, this is the healthy liver. If I hide it, I have the liver. And now let's extract the tumors just by using other logical operation, that is subtract. I select then the tumor 1. I'm always on the segment that I'm editing, so healthy liver, subtract tumor 1. This is not checked, allow overlap, apply. Perfect. And now we repeat with the second tumor. So to my healthy liver, I'm subtracting the tumor 2. I don't need a threshold, I'm allowing overlap, then I can apply. Let's hide the liver and the tumors. And here you can see that in fact now your healthy liver has these 2 holes. We have all our new segments, so let's go back to the OpenDOS 3D interface. Here I did it for the first time point. Since I already performed a register, I will propagate the segmentation. If you, for example, want to segment at each time point, you could do it just by repeating the same procedure in the other times. We already propagate the segmentation, and now let's calculate our observed rate tables. Now let's integrate the observed rate. And here we have the results. So as you can see, the tumor 1 had 35 gray, the tumor 2 31, and if we go to the healthy liver, it's way lower the observed dose compared to the liver with the tumors, which makes sense. So remember, this was just one method to perform your segmentation of tumors. There are other methods, of course, and in the future we are planning to do a more advanced video. I hope this was helpful so far, and thanks for watching.